Welcome, everybody. This is the Art of Art Business. I am Jonathan Goodman. I am the owner of Trigonal Gallery, and my co-host is Florian Valot, the soccer star on the FC Cincinnati team. How are you doing, Flo?
I'm good. I'm good. Thank you for having me today. It's going to be fun.
Absolutely. We've got a lot of information. I passed you that video. The amazing thing about this industry is that, we should also kind of say that this is a technology conversation. This is about NFTs and the blockchain. This is not soccer.
Yeah, I know. I'm learning. I'm here to learn. I'm not here to give advice or anything. I'm just here to learn from you.
And you've learned a tremendous amount, and we've both kind of learned together. Where you bounce questions off of me, I then kind of do a little bit more research, and the speed at which this technology is happening is just. Look, I was in the dot-coms, and by comparison, when things were changing in the dot-coms, it would take a week to a month for things to happen. Now, the speed of lightning is just incredible. What was it? I think 3 weeks ago, there wasn't even the idea of a whitelist, like to get onto an NFT whitelist.
Yeah.
And now, you and I are doing all this research to try to get onto these whitelists for, just to kind of be able to grab these things before they get onto the public display. And wow, there's a lot of work to be done in all of that. It's incredible. And so this week, we were talking, and I passed you the video by, he actually pronounces his name GianCarlo. It's GianCarlo. And he did a really great video that, he started off the video by saying, somebody's going to be very upset because they probably wanted to create a class like this and pay money, cost people a lot of money to watch a video like this, and he's putting it up there for free. But he had this amazing, acronym that he used, which was Fabric, right? Yeah. The first time I've ever heard it. We have to give him 100% credit in doing this. And, I went back and I actually watched that video again, this today. And, F is for founder, A is for artwork, B is for blockchain, R is for roadmap, I is for importance, and C is for community. And then he puts it into order, and he puts founder as first, artwork as second, community as third, roadmap as fourth, and importance as fifth. And it's just, it's incredible because you're looking at what NFTs were you looking at this week that you were thinking about?
We talked about stackers NFT, and then when we went back, we looked at the founder, and they all especially on Twitter, they were all founded in August 2021, September 2021. They didn't have really much backgrounds, and especially the members of not the community, but the people that are actually building that NFT, you couldn't find their Twitter handle or anything. So they probably have a genuine project in mind, but it's not as solid as the one that we might talk to now, for example, Boonji project,
Right.
With that solid background, a solid artist, someone that has exposed in the physical world, that's doing something he's not launching, he could launch right now, but he's actually doing a lot of work. And that's the kind of project I'm looking for. And it's really, you're probably looking for, and it's probably exciting because, yeah, there's a lot of things coming, and there's a lot of projects dropping every single day, and you don't know which one to pick. So again, it's up to you to do your research.
Yeah, we had a team meeting today because we're going to be launching our 10,000 generative art project coming up in about 4 weeks. We're gonna try to launch it in 4 weeks, which there's a lot of work to do on that. And Morgan Jesse Lappin, the collage artist that you have, did you bring that with you to Cincinnati?
No, it's safe. It's
okay.
Safe. I'm good. I didn't really. I don't know how long it'll be here for, and I didn't want it to bring everything.
Right.
So I left it back in New Jersey.
Okay, well, good. It's stored safely, and that's great. It's a great piece. And what he's doing is he's putting together cities. And we'll give a little preview in the next couple of weeks before the launch. But we met with the marketing and technology company that we're partnered with, and I'm not going to say the name yet because it's a big reveal, and it's a big well-known name in the industry. So we're super excited to be working with them. And we talked about the team and the importance of having a team that is well known and has a history. And with that Stackers, this idea of an anonymous group, an anonymous team, it's just a big red flag because projects, look, you could write a roadmap and say that you're going to build a video game or you're going to do a comic book or you're going to make a movie because you're walking away with $1.4 million, if not more. That's just on the initial sell. Some of these NFT projects are pulling in hundreds of thousands of dollars each month just on the trading back and forth between people who are buying stuff. It's
of course.
incredible money. It's incredible money. And so a lot of these roadmaps say things like outlandish things like, they're gonna do a movie or they're gonna do an animation series, or they don't really know if they're gonna be able to do that. That takes a tremendous amount of work to be able to build something like that. So if you have an anonymous team that you can't really look up, we're being very straightforward. We're going to have all of our physical photos. We're not going to make them into like illustrations or anything like that. We're going to have the LinkedIn, right there, the Twitter right there. Everything's going to be accessible to everybody because we want to be very upfront. We want to write a roadmap, and I'll give you a little hint as to what we're doing because we just talked about it today. So what we're doing is we're pivoting Trigonal Gallery to be the curation team for projects like this that Morgan is going to work on. We have other artists that are going to come on board, and we're going to create a DAO. Do you know what a DAO is, Florian? No. So a DAO is a decentralized autonomous organization.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
It's really incredible, right? So basically, we're going to take my company, Trigonal Gallery, and we are going to move it over to become a DAO. And people who own these NFTs will be part of that DAO. They will have the ability to vote. They will have the ability to put up ideas, and people can vote on that. So, in the one sense, I'm kind of giving up control of my company, but in the other, I'm creating a community that is going to be really, able to move this company forward in a way that I could never do it. It would be like having the stockholders of Exxon making daily decisions on the company that it is, right? Instead of the CEO making it. So really, really exciting stuff. So let's get into this. So there was also another thing, and I didn't send you the video because you're extremely busy. You got a lot going on. But there's another video out there, and I just want to kind of walk you through this because I know that you're taking a look at a lot of different, hold on, let's see, I got to get this.
Is it the same person? Is it on YouTube?
The video, yes, but it's not the same person. It's a different person.
Okay.
You're looking for. Let me see. Oh, here it is. Okay. Yeah, and we're not going to watch the whole video. We're simply going. You can see my screen, right?
Yeah.
So this is a great tool that Rarity Tools. It gives the scores and everything like that, and the rarity scores and all that on all of these different projects. So you come down here.
Well, talking about scores, how's your mushroom?
Well, we're gonna look at that right now. That's exactly what we're gonna do. So over here, first of all, for those people who have never really kind of seen what information collectors like Florian and I look at, this is the important stuff, right? So, and here's an interesting fact. So I didn't even know this. when you have a collection, you are looking for over 50% ownership, which means that there is that 50%, like that means that basically everybody who owns one owns two, right? So there's 55% of owners are, how do I say this the right way? Like like 26% isn't a good number. Like that's not enough people that are holding the Meebits. And that would be a cause for concern if this wasn't such a high ranking number of collection, right? These are the top 5 right here. And above 55 is really solid. It means that there's a lot of trading going on. There's a lot of people that are holding, but there's a wide number of people. Like you could see 55,000 people own a Bored Ape Yacht Club, which is incredible. But then you come down to, this 30% loot for adventures, there's only 2,373. So let's take a look at mushrooms, right? That's my favorite. That's what's going on right now. So it's at 37.5%, which is a little bit on the low side. They have 3,400 owners, but also realize that by comparison, Meebits and CryptoPunks, these guys have been out there for months and months and months.
Yeah,
so
how many do you have? You have 5, right?
I have 5. I have 5 of these, right?
You would be like a 20% in there because like you own like.
That's exactly right.
So it's normal. That's why they create whitelists, is for people to get access early and get as much as they can to bomb the floor price.
Yes. So let's talk about the floor price. This is what I wanted to show you tonight. So if we go in here, and this is the video that I was watching that kind of spelled this out, and we click buy now. So it only shows us the stuff that's on sale. And then we can even just do it from the top, right? So this is number 3 in the whole list. I guess 1 and 2, somebody's probably holding on to. 5, probably somebody's holding on to. 8, 8 and 7, somebody's holding on to. But this is the rarity scores. So this has a rarity score of 717.18. That's an incredible score. That means it's super rare. So it has diamonds, which is, I guess I have to like 97, only 97. Yeah, that's how you read it. Only 97 of these out of 10,000 have diamonds. So 9 traits is, there's only, I believe, I guess there's 71 is the actual number. So only 71 of these have 9 traits in them. Only 101 have Blossom Wings Super. 452 have curly antennas. So all of these combined make it a score of 717, which is incredible. So this is up for sale for 15 ETH. Now, you and I.
Well, when you talk about the score, like what does it range from? 0 to what?
I think it ranges from, it doesn't range at 0, but I think it may start at 10 and then it may go to like 800. I'm not exactly sure like what the top rarity score is.
Okay.
But it ranges somewhere in there, right? So, but here we're not in the market for 15 ETH, right? We don't have like $100,000 to put in here. So, but if we go down a little bit further to like, let's say, 0.0, see, this is a perfect example right here. This we should pick up right this second. Look at that. It's 161. It's 161 in terms of ranking. And somebody is selling it for 0.8 ETH when everybody else around them is, the next level up is 2.5 ETH. The next level down is 1.28 ETH.
But so is it the actual price that we see right there?
Yeah.
Is it the
we
price
can open
of
up. We can up OpenSeas right now, and it's on sale for $2,700. I don't have $2,700 right now. I will in a couple of weeks to be able to put into this. But in other words, like looking at the rarity score, so this is 332.19. It has 6 traits, which is more common than not. But this is what you would do. Like you would go in here and you would look like this guy he was selling it for 2 ETH. Now he's selling it for 0.99 ETH. Let's get something that's But you see how that is? Like people
Yeah.
don't really understand that how to price their pieces. Perfect example here. Look at this. This is a 10 ETH. This is a 5 ETH. This guy's selling this for 0.55. We should be grabbing this right now. This is amazing. This is an incredible way to look at
How
this.
how can you also track who buys what? Because I think
So
you can also do that, right? Like using that what's that website called? Because you can
uh,
track your wallets, and from those wallets you can figure out who bought what. And so those popular, I don't know, buyers, whales, or people that are really into NFTs, you can see who buys it, and then that's going to trigger some uh like the trigger the floor price to rise.
so are you able to see this
Yeah,
panel, the Magic Mushroom number 2198, right?
yeah.
So the website that you were thinking of is Etherscan.
Yes,
Right.
exactly. Thank
So
you.
we're gonna go into Nino's NFT and see how many he owns of this, and see if he's a I could tell he's a whale automatically, which is a surprise because wow, look, okay, apes run the world, Galaxy Ethereum, Foxy Farm. He's got that magic mushroom there. Oh, that's the magic mushroom that he's actually selling. He's got a crypto. This is interesting because he's not, he's just kind of like what we would call aping into projects that I've never heard of. And I don't know if I would necessarily buy these, but these
Again,
are
like you have to buy what you like. You have to buy what speaks to you.
true,
If
true.
if you're in there to buy like doing investing or trading, just buying to resell and make some money, it's really difficult because you don't know what art or what project are going to blow up. So at the end of the day, I feel like you always need to buy. And the video you sent me about the guy, I don't really don't remember the name. Like, is it GianCarlo or something?
Yeah.
He always
Uh,
said buy things that you like, because worst case, if you can't resell it, you still have it and you still like it.
yeah. Yeah, no, I agree. We have you have you have a different appreciation for art than I do. You have a different your likes are different than mine, right? So for
Yeah.
me to, you know, I've suggested certain NFTs. You've suggested certain NFTs to me. We haven't exactly seen eye to eye on any of them.
Yeah.
Uh,
We are doing right now one-on-one for sure. The Boonji project.
Right, that's true. We should talk about the Boonji project, actually. Let's see if we can pull that up. Yeah, I'm totally thrilled about that project.
I
You see
really
how they're
I really like the art. Like when you showed it to me, I really bought into the art. I haven't read the roadmap or whatever the website. I haven't really looked through it, but I really like what they're doing. I think it's pretty cool, and that's why I kind of like started because you showed me the art, not because I've read. Because it's getting bigger and bigger. They already have 33,000 on Discord. They are launching the whitelist really soon. They were making an
yeah,
announcement. They're doing like whitelist contests with like being like RC, creating like images or whatever. I'm really bad at that, so I'm out of it.
yeah.
But it's really cool, and yeah, I can't wait to see what's next.
So the wow, I didn't even know this. Wait, I'm gonna share this with you. So he's a very well-known artist.
Wow,
So look at this.
that's a sculpture.
This is an 80th anniversary charity art auction to benefit the Norton Museum of Art in the West Palm Beach, which which is where my mom is. It's the estimate is 170,000 to $190,000 for this piece, and it's beautiful.
How big is it?
How big is it? That's a good question.
Oh,
81
okay.
by 32 by 32, so
Here's
205. So what? How big is that? What do you think?
it's
81
it's
inches.
yeah, it's like I'm 180 centimeters. So
Oh,
you add maybe this to my head. It's like almost like the shortest basketball player, maybe.
it's that big.
Yeah.
Oh, so you've got to have a house that's able to house this.
Yeah, yeah. You can fit it easily. in any house, I think, because 2 meters is not really big. 200 centimeters is not really, doesn't take much space, to be
Well,
honest.
it's what, 6 foot, right?
I would be more concerned about the weight.
Let's see what the weight is. Doesn't say what the weight is.
No.
No, it's interesting. It doesn't say, wait, 600 private. Oh, 600 private. But it is fiberglass and steel sculpture with 8 layers of silver-based chrome finish. So it definitely has to have some weight to it.
Somewhere, yeah, yeah.
This is incredible. I mean, this is just an incredible piece. And
I
it's
don't know
got
if you saw, like they posted on Twitter, they're like work in progress, one of the NFT that could be released.
ah,
And then it's pretty cool.
that's what I was trying to find was the.
You should go on Twitter, Boonji project, Twitter.
Oh, yeah, that's a good
Yeah,
idea.
this one. No, you got it right there.
Oh. Hold on a second. I'm working too fast. There we go. Wow. Yeah, we're definitely going to have to. Now, so do you know when this is launching?
This is the project that, like the work in progress they posted today. And I really like the background. I like the colors. It's still a little bit maybe too dark. Like you cannot really differentiate like the astronaut from the background, but I really like the concept. It's pretty cool, but they haven't announced when they're launching. They're still working on it.
Oh, that's good.
Um,
Oh,
yeah,
this is the piece. This is that auction piece for Sotheby's.
it's pretty cool. I really like what they do.
That's incredible.
I would definitely buy one of those and put in my apartment if it's affordable. Oh, when I make millions.
Right. Yeah, that's a beautiful piece.
Also, talking about dropping, just a side note, I don't know if you received the email from Gary V. Yeah.
I did.
Okay.
I was gonna talk to you about that off the show. Now here's the thing. I thought that we already filled out that document.
Yeah, we did, but they asked just for confirmation.
Oh, okay. So we have to fill it out again.
Yeah, and then I received a confirmation saying they received it, and then if there's any issue, they will contact me.
Okay.
But the book is not dropping until November 15th or something like that.
Okay. Okay.
I think
Smart.
he's not announcing anything until November 23rd on what we'll get. So
November 23rd.
I think so. He's a really good salesman. He knows
That's
how to like.
Thanksgiving.
And then I don't know how much of where his art went up for auction in Christie. How much what was the average of it?
Well, I could only stay conscious for the first auction of his because I was so blown away. I believe, and I think I tweeted about this. Wait, I'm going to go back to my tweets because I don't.
You sent it to me, but I don't know if it was over. It was like at $300,000.
Oh, it was 300. Okay, so that was for one.
Yeah,
I didn't stay through the rest of. He was selling 5.
Yeah,
or
I know.
4. I believe he reached over $1 million in those 4 sales.
Oh, I'm not surprised.
But that was just the artwork. It was not the NFT. It was not access to anything.
Oh, I know. It was like the physical artwork. Yeah, but it's a good marketing, like.
Oh yeah.
Booster. Even though he doesn't really need it, it's like he's not an artist, but he's getting auctioned at Christie's, which is pretty big.
It's unbelievable.
He might go down as he's the one who's been talking about NFTs since, like, he was probably one of the first known person to talk about it and constantly tweet about it every single day.
Yeah. Well, what do you think about that? What do you think about Christie's selling artwork that is poorly drawn and is really just kind of like more of a gimmick?
What's the definition of art?
Well,
anybody could be an artist. Now, do you have the influence? I don't know. He has it. They're using it.
You see, from the outside, you can say that, right? From the outside looking in, you could say that. But I have to say to you, as a gallery owner,
No, I know, but like that's for like the common people. I feel like anybody could take a piece of paper and draw something and to be like, oh, I'm an artist. But when you look at, if you look closer to pieces, you understand the amount of work that's behind it.
And do you feel that there's a lot of work behind those pieces that were for sale?
No. What I'm
Right.
saying is like it's still hard. It's like something that he created, something like out of his mind and just put it on a piece of paper. Yeah.
But
Everyone,
this really has to do with Christie's reputation and Sotheby's reputation on this, right? I understand that we are moving into a digital age of art, and that is amazing. But, this is kind of tantamount to selling, I want to say like Kobe Bryant's first jersey, right? Kobe Bryant might be the wrong thing to like focus on, but or like the first World Cup played in the United States, like the ball from the first World Cup. It's historically significant, but only to people that are very interested in it. And look, he was able to sell it for $330,000, which is more than what's left on my mortgage in my house. So I would love to be able to sell something for that amount, and hopefully we will when we do our launch of our NFT. But I just question the validity of the art, right?
it seems like it was like a bridge between the physical and in the digital world. And then him being one of the first ones to talk about it, him being the first one to launch his VeeFriend, having that VeeFriend like physically on paper and be like, okay, well, this is a validation in some way, like you put you in Christie, and then Christie also like using his platform. Like I think for me, it looks like a bridge in between that physical and then digital world.
If you had $330,000 sitting in a bank, no, you wouldn't buy it.
No,
I mean that says a lot.
It doesn't speak to me.
Right.
Like for me, like again, it comes back to, do I like the piece?
Right.
Well, some people do. Some people have like so many crypto that they don't know, so much crypto, they don't know what to do with it. For them, it's like spending 130 Ethereum while they have probably like 10,000.
Yes. Right. That's very true. That's very true.
It's also like you have to know who buys it with what kind of money. You have to be rich. The rich don't know what to do with their money sometimes, and but that's not something I would. If I had $300,000 and I had to spend on a piece of art, I don't think it would be one of them.
Right. If you could get a Damien Hirst, or if you could get a small Picasso for $330,000, you would see the value in that, and that's kind of what I'm saying is that is Christie's kind of playing.
How do you expose that? Like it's tiny. I want something big so people can be like, wow, it's beautiful, and or something that you put in a room and people see it.
What would you say that your favorite style of art is? Is it Cubist, or is it?
I don't have really a style. Because the collage that I got from, it's not like it's a print, of course, but I like that. Or I like some of my parents' work are more like really colorful, abstract. I really like that as well. I'll send you a picture because let me see if I have one, but I'll send it to you. I don't know. I want to be like, when I look at something, and just the first thing I feel like is, wow, okay, well, I can stare at it for hours and be like, okay, still cool. And then using my imagination to figure out what's going on, if it's really abstract or if it's like a piece. Like when I go to museums, I really like portrait or really like realistic, especially if like the early 1800, 1700, where precision was just unbelievable. But I don't have like a specific out of my mind, to be honest.
It's funny, this weekend was the open house at Mana Contemporary. Have you ever been to Mana Contemporary when you were living in Newark? No? It's right in Jersey City. It's right where, do you know Little India in Jersey City?
No.
Oh, but you know where Journal Square is?
Yes. Okay, right there. Okay. Oh, okay.
Yeah. So it's Journal Square, 2 blocks down, 6 blocks over, right? It's 2 blocks over, 6 blocks down. And it's this big tobacco factory that's been turned into artist studios.
Okay.
There's probably about, I think if so, I mean, I'm going to guess maybe 300 artist studios, but not all of them participated in the open house over the weekend. And the open house only ran from noon to 6 o'clock, right? So I probably got to see about 60 or 70 different artists. Out of those 60 or 70 artists, 4 of them moved me. That's it.
Yeah, of
The
course.
rest of them were okay. I'll tell you one that I really did like. I'm going to send you a couple of photos of it. He's a French. Well, they were speaking French when I walked in, and it was, but he does these little doodles, and it's on white paper, and he decides in the doodle, like one area he paints blue, and one area he paints red, and then it's white from the background. They're actually really, really nice. I thought, that's something that we could turn into NFTs. That's like something that would be perfect for this genre. But that's the thing, is that you walk into a museum, you walk into an artist studio, and not everything is going to appeal to you.
No, yeah, for sure. No, you're right.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I just sent you like the two pieces on your phone, the 2 pieces that my parents have.
Yes.
And that I really like. And they're completely different.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's interesting. That reminds me. Oh, you've sent these to me. You sent this to me when we were looking for art.
One, but the artist is in France. The one with the man standing at the window is in France. And then the other one, I don't know where she or he's from.
Yeah, beautiful pieces. Really. How big are these?
Quite big, to be honest.
Oh, are they really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah. Like almost a little bit smaller than the print that I got, but not that much smaller. Yeah.
Oh, that's a nice size. Those are really nice. Yeah. Beautiful pieces. And and you're right, they're different. They're totally different.
Yeah.
Okay, let's jump back. So now you understand, so now we kind of got this idea of, if you wanted to buy into the magic mushrooms, let's go back to these guys and see if there is something in the range. Let's share this. My range is still on the low side. So if we did, instead of rarity, we did priced low to high. So you got see, this guy he did 0.21 ETH, and then he upgraded it to 1 ETH. He's not going to be able to sell it for 1 ETH because this is on the lower side.
Maybe later.
Oh, yeah. Well, they're just putting the marketing to it now. But I bet you, so what we're looking for here, okay. So what we're looking for is a significantly reduced number compared to what's around us. So what right now we're seeing in the 5,000s, the 6,000s, the 7,000s, the 8,000s. So if we scored the 9,000, so this is a 3,000. So that's pretty low compared to all the other ones that are around it. Let's see if we can get, here's a 3, does that beat it? Here's a 3,007. Let's see if we can find a 2. I don't see 2. So let's look at this 3,000. So he wants 0.22 ETH, which is about, what, $400? Oh, 740.
What was the mint price again? 0.08?
0.05.
0.05. Yeah, okay.
0.05 was the original mint price. So yeah, I mean, if he sells this, like I was trying to sell my lowest grade one for 0.6, something like that. I was trying to get $1,700 for it, which would then double what I had paid into it, but I'm not putting it up for sale anymore. I've decided that I'm not going to do that.
Yeah.
So this would be in the range, and so okay, that's an important factor. So it has 103 rarity score. To me, anything above 100 is a good buy-in, right? It's I have I have 5, and unfortunately, only 1 is above the 100 score. I kind of feel like now that all these are out here, so this is actually above any of the ones that I currently own. So if I had the money and if I wanted to spend it on this, this would be one that I would definitely go in for, because
Okay.
it's lower. It's the lowest number that's in this whole bottom section. And what you would do, so this is something that everybody does. So you make an offer, and you make an offer for, I think it's 40% down from, so it's 0.22 minus 40%. So you would offer him 0.08 or 0.09. It's 0.088, which would be probably about $500, and see if he would take it.
Yeah.
That's the way to do this. So yeah, I mean, this is a great project because there's going to be a lot of stuff. Now they didn't do any marketing behind this. They launched it, and now they're going to start to do the marketing. So I think this is a good way to get into this project. But where are you on this project? What are your thoughts?
On Magic Mushroom,
Yeah.
I don't know anything about it. Like I just like really quickly read, but like I've never really go through it because it's something that didn't speak to me. And then you said like, oh, we talked about it and you really like the project, you really like the person behind it, that you really followed him, and that's the reason why you got into it. And because I'm not in it, I was like, I don't see the point of like still like making research because I don't want to buy anything right now.
Right. So you want to get a mint. You want to be able to mint a project.
Yes, I think, yeah, I want to be there from the beginning and then be part of that community from day one.
Yeah.
Because I think that's the fun part of it as well.
Yeah.
But it's also really, really hard to find a good project. So I can go on Rarity Tools every day and then see all the upcoming projects that drops, and you have to do your research, see who the founder is, like what kind of art, if you like the art, and the blockchain, which is still like difficult to understand for me because it's still like evolving every day.
Yeah.
But again, like make your research is important, and that's what sometimes when I have a question, I ask you and you give me your opinion, and I think it's super valuable.
Yeah.
But I haven't yet found something that I really like,
Except for the Boonji.
except for the Boonji. Yes.
Right. So in the case of the Boonji, if we don't get into the whitelist, gosh, we are trying everything that we can to get into that project. What did you say? There's an opportunity to get into the whitelist doing what?
Usually they have those like whitelist contests. Let me see if I can find it on the Discord. You have that whitelist drawing contest. So you have to, I don't know, you draw something and you tag them. They have raffles as well.
Yeah.
So it's what they're doing right now because they don't have anything specific yet to register for the whitelist. Because usually when you register, you have to give your wallet and all those things.
Yeah.
Don't have that yet ready. So they do those contests with memes or drawings. I've seen like so many on Discord from different projects.
Right.
I'm really bad at it. I don't know how to do those things. So I just
Yeah.
watch from far and I have a good time just looking at those memes because they're really funny sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah, if there's other means to get into that whitelist, yeah, we have to try something.
Yeah. So one of the ways to get into the whitelist is to join a Discord really early.
Yeah.
And have it have a low number. You know, for the magic, that's how I got mine, right? The magic mushrooms were so the first, I think, you know, it's funny, I thought it was the first 500 people, but it wound up to be the first 1,000 people that were in the Discord got the OG. So they were actually able to buy on Thursday too, and then they could come back on Friday so I was a part of the Shroom Club house, who had joined after those first 1,000 OG people, and I was able to buy 5, and I think that let them buy the other 3, right? And there's always like a limited number that they're going to release for those people and everything like that. So for us to get into a project, like we're both in the Boonji Discord, so it's very possible they may say, now of course
they have 33,000, so your chance are like one of 33,000 or maybe a little bit less.
Yeah.
So you have to find a way to get on that wait list.
Yeah, see, the fact
It's
that they
so
have
limited.
33,000 means that that project is just going to go bonkers the
They,
second
they,
that it's
they doubled in a week.
really.
Yeah.
I didn't.
When you talked to me about it, then I actually signed up for it. It was like 15,000.
Okay, so then we got in on the 15,000. So when they
Yeah,
look at the list,
still,
but I
still,
mean, but here's the thing. But look, if they look at their audience, they may do a 20,000 generative art project, not a 10,000. And that would mean that we would then qualify for the whitelist because we're in the first 15,000.
maybe, but they probably would lose some of the interest of having just 10,000 unique pieces instead of 20.
Yeah, but look, if Banksy did one, right? I mean,
Yes, of course.
everyone in the world would want one. So if
Yeah.
this guy already has 33,000 just on the notion that he's going to do an NFT project, means that if he waits for another month, there could be 40,000, 50,000 people. He could make it a 20,000 generative art project. It could be really incredible. But
Yeah.
here's the thing. So let's say that we don't get into the whitelist, right? Our next strategy is for the flippers. These people that come in and they either, because let's say that it sells for, let's say that the white hat, the white list sells at 0.05, right? That means that somebody comes in and they grab, let's say they grab 5 of them, right? And they put 3 or 2, whatever it is, up for sale at 0.1. I would grab that at 0.1.
Yeah.
I would definitely grab that at 0.1, especially if it was wrapped and you didn't know what you were buying yet. You were just simply buying on spec. But
But no matter what, like, you like the project. That's why you're on the
yeah,
Discord. That's why you're following and you're waiting for the announcement. Like, so at 0.1, yeah, for sure, you get it. It's a beautiful piece. So when you find a way to expose it in your apartment, your house, or whatever, using those screens, it's still gonna go really nice, no matter how much you pay for it. And
yeah.
if you go 0.1 and it goes like 2 ether, great, awesome. But like, would you sell for it if you really like it and gives you all the benefit of actually owning one? I don't know.
Well, it depends how much money I have in ETH at that moment, right?
Or maybe you buy two,
Because,
three, and then you can sell one.
well, I'm definitely planning to buy 2, right? Because
I would
let's
say
say,
three. I would say three because usually they let you do a fusion of two to burn two
well,
to make one, and then so you can sell them.
absolutely. But if
That's
it's
what I would
if
do.
it's if it's on the if it's on OpenSea, if it's open to everybody, and I just start buying the floor, like let's say just like miraculously by our project goes live before their project goes live, right? Our project is scheduled to go live in about 4 weeks, right?
Yeah.
And I'm sitting on this ETH, and yeah, I would buy 5. I would buy 5 in 2 seconds on the floor if it was wrapped and I didn't know what it was and people were selling for 1 ETH, they were selling for 2 ETH, if they were selling for something like that. Because you're absolutely right. Like, I don't think in this project there's gonna be the combine and burn one. I don't think that they're gonna do that. They did that for like omnimorphs. But definitely if it was because here's the thing, like this could be the next Bored Ape Yacht Club, right? You could buy something at, let's say, below 1 ETH, and this thing could turn out to be like $100,000. Look, he's selling that statue for $170,000,
Yeah.
right? What are the odds, in a 10,000 K, you buy 5, that one could turn around and be worth $100,000? It'd be
Then again,
incredible.
it's like supply and demand. So it's all going to depend on how the project does in terms of like touching people if they're really into it, like CryptoPunk, because CryptoPunk was the very first collectible NFT available. That's why it's still like number one, because you want to own the very first of something.
It's the first generative art on the blockchain,
Yeah.
allegedly. There are other kind of smaller projects, but this was the big one.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. We're in such a fast lightning speed society, and things are happening all at the same time. We've got the pandemic, we've got global warming, we've got all this stuff, right? That things are moving so fast, we have to kind of try to project out 10 years from now. And that, you know, that's a perfect example of like what's in your wallet today may not be worth anything 10 years from now.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if crypto punks is going to be as hot as it is today. Now, look, I could be wrong. It could be a Superman #1. It could be continually, you know, look, when I was 20, I could have bought Superman #1 for $150,000. Today, Superman #1 is a minimum of $1.5 million to buy that issue, right? So you just don't know. But you're right. I mean, this is when it comes down to, is the art something that is so incredible? Is it an incredible artist? And that's kind of where we're going in the NFT world, right? So everybody rushed in, everyone and their mother rushed in. They all did like, you know, what was the one that you showed me? That the boars? Was it a boars one?
No, that wasn't me. I know there's a boar NFT. Yeah, those big animals, but I don't think that's me.
Okay, so there was somebody that showed me the boars, and I'm not into that art, right? That's just not something that I'm like. I don't necessarily really want, like, I have the Panda Dynasty, right? And I like that because I like the art, and I thought that I could kind of get it cheap, and I wound up getting it cheap, and now it's cheaper, right? It's gone down the wrong road. They're trying the best that they can, but you know, here's a situation where, you know, they put together that project without really understanding what the community was looking for in them. They thought that they were just going to be able to kind of sell their artwork and everybody would applaud them and that would be the end of it. Like, this is community. Like, you have to like have, like, we're talking about this in the meeting today, like, what's the plan, like a year down the road, 3 years down the road, 5 years, 10 years down the road, to maintain that community. And I think a lot of these projects that are going out there, I mean, there's 40 new, they're saying that the average is 40 new NFT projects launching every single day on OpenSea, Solana Art, you know, Cardano, stuff like that, you know, platforms like that. I think it's the same thing as comic books. I think this is literally comic books. I think that, yeah, X-Men #1, Spider-Man #1, Superman #1, Spider-Man #300, you know, those ones are like exceptionally incredible. And then you have the rest of the industry, which is like hundreds of comic books that coming out every single month. And are people buying, like, I don't know, like Superstorm number, you know, 61? I don't think so. Like, I think at some point, like, people are going to say, well, I have a lot of stuff in my wallet, but it's not necessarily valuable.
Yeah, but again, like, it's still a niche, so it's only a handful of people knows about this NFT world, is involved in cryptocurrency, understand the blockchain. So it's going to still take years, and of course over the years there's going to be more and more and more project, but it's still like super early, so we can't really estimate or foresee what's going to happen in the future.
Yeah, no, that's a great point. You know, we are in the early adopter stage, right? The next stage up is innovators, right? So right now, and we had this whole thing with you, right? How do you get money into your MetaMask wallet, right? Just the fact that it took us like an hour to kind of walk you through that to get to the point where you understood how to connect all these things says that the average person can't do this. They just don't understand this, right? Everybody can get onto Facebook, everybody can create a profile, everybody can do a post, right? But there was years before it got adopted by the average consumer. We are so early in this market, and that's one of the things, like, if somebody builds a good community, has a good team, is building out a good infrastructure, they will last, right? This whole idea that we're going to have a DAO attached with this NFT project means that we're in it for the long run, right? This is something that we're going to be involved in for decades, right? And yeah, my mother doesn't own an NFT. My mother understands what I kind of am working on, but it's the same thing. Like, when I was in the .coms prior to Google, prior to Facebook, prior to, Web 2.0, she didn't have a clue as to what a search engine was or what there was no understanding in terms of that. And that's where we are exactly with NFTs. Like we're both in an industry now, looking at an industry inside that is extremely new, super new.
No, I agree.
So what's your big question, Florian? I'm sure, you were telling me that you didn't understand something about the blockchain, but what's your big question for this week?
My big question for this week, I haven't thought about it, honestly, because I thought we were going to talk about mainly like Boonji project and then your project coming up a little bit. I haven't really thought about it, but we could talk about the other two blockchain are coming out, Solana and Cardano, because I've seen, if you go on Rarity Tools and then you look at the upcoming projects, some of them are selling on the Solana blockchain.
Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't realize the Rarity Tools was now doing Solana and Cardano. That's great.
I think, let me see if I can find it, but like usually under the name of the collectible, the NFT, they tell you if it sells on either the Ethereum blockchain or the Solana blockchain. Yeah, for example, Homo sapiens sold, like it was pre-sale today and selling tomorrow, and it's like 1.5 Solana. So it's on Solana.
1.5 Solana. Let's see if I'm able to. How did you get to that?
You go to the upcoming upcoming
Oh, I got it. I got it. Here, I'll post it on, bring that in here. Okay, so let's open up their Discord. We can take a look right at Discord. So they have 7,419 members, which isn't bad. Let's see what they have on their Twitter. 5,981. That's not terrible. And then over here, so the pre-sale is 1 p.m. This was today's sale. Did this go on? Or the pre-sale was today at 1 p.m. Interesting. Let's see the Homo sapiens NFT. Oh, 1 day, 14 hours and 5 minutes and 18 seconds. See, they've got a story. They've got these little characters, their roadmap, what they're going to do after sold out. Oh, that's it. That's the whole thing. That's their whole thing. Interesting. Okay, let's see so they're selling for 2 Sol. So Sol right now is somewhere in the range of like, I think $200. So this is going to be like a $300 investment. I don't know. Do you like this artwork?
No. I was just like, it was just to show you that
No.
On Rarity Tool, you can actually find like project that sells on Solana's on different blockchains. I've yet to come across one with Cardano. I don't know if it's up yet, but yeah, I was actually looking at the one you just clicked on.
43,000 members.
They are minting. Wow. They are minting right now, and they are like going for. It's not free. It's what free. Comes with it later. That's free. So if you click on the website,
let's see. I'll get there in a second. I want to check their Twitter. So their Twitter is 36,000. That's huge. Wow. And I do like this art. I will say that, it's good. It's not amazing. Oh, this is very, very cool.
So if you go down, you see the roadmap, and then I'll show you that what they're showing here, the food dog, the free food dog you'll get is if you own one of those Buddha NFT.
I mean, that's a pretty good price for a starting NFT. It's a little high. Launch with a pre-sale and the remainder available to the public. Nice roadmap, sneak peek, lucky food dog, mint lucky Buddha, trifecta, collab with playful pandas, teaser reveal, final reveal. So wait, what were you talking about for the? What's this? What's the little thing that they give away?
So if you go just down a little bit more,
okay.
The lucky food dog is the free airdrop.
Oh.
And then on down the road they have different collabs.
Yes, this I see the collab there. A mini game including all characters, Buddha Fu. Now, so let's see if I wanted to mint this right now.
They have like 6,200.
Oh, I mean, so this is 0.08. I don't want to give anybody access, so I'm just gonna. I may.
I can tell you. I'll do it myself on my computer. I'll tell you how much it is.
Are you gonna? Yeah. What's the USD to? Can you tell me now?
The USD? What do you mean?
What's the actual cost of this? Let me see if I have enough in my.
So the gas fee would be, if you buy 3, it would be $200 almost.
Well, gas fee doesn't change based on the number that you're buying. It's just the time that you're buying it.
No, I
So
think
gas is 200 right now.
yeah, if you buy 3. If I do the same and I buy 2,
Does it change? Does the gas change for you?
the gas fee is like $140.
Oh. Okay, I'm not gonna buy this right now during the show. I'm gonna do a little bit more research. I'm curious as to why they actually haven't sold out yet.
Yeah, I think they start selling like,
Because they have such a large number of followers. I mean, again, this is 43,000. And this is, see, this is the FOMO. This is the FOMO problem. This is the problem, is that like I could very easily go and buy all of these without doing any research.
yeah.
I mean, they're super cute. I will say that they are super cute. I have a tattoo of Krillin on my left shoulder. You know who Krillin is from Dragon Ball Z,
Yeah.
right? So this is very similar. If I wanted to update my Krillin to make it look like one of these guys, but this is the thing, man. This is like, that's the excitement of this, right? I could get drawn in 2 seconds, and I could buy this, and it could be the fact that they have so many followers. See, that's a concern for me right there, right? So they have 8,888 NFTs. They've sold 6,882.
I think they dropped a long time ago. And I think what we see on Rarity Tools now is that they are airdropping a free NFT for the people that own that piece, because it seems that they were actually minting on September 5th.
Oh, so a month ago.
So the mint Lucky Buddha, September 5th, 1 p.m. Pacific time.
Interesting.
It's like almost like, you remember the Stackers NFT that I was talking about? It's
Yeah.
only 500 people that minted.
Yeah, that's see, I wonder what's better. Is it better to have a good amount of growth? Like, so you take magic mushrooms and they sold out in 12 minutes. Omnimorphs sold out in, I believe, 7 or 12 minutes, right? Something like that. And the gas just went phenomenally high, up to $1,000. Omnimorph since hasn't been doing that great, right? They haven't been meeting the demand, and there have been a couple of different things that have gone wrong in their system, right? Magic mushrooms has been doing okay. At the beginning, they still have a tremendous amount of transactions going on, right? So they have they have like, probably, I would say every hour I get a text, because I'm following that robot that shows when something has been transacted. They have about 2 sales per hour, which is just incredible, right? I'm not following that with Omnimorphs. I'm not following that with Panda Dynasty, so I don't really know. But you can see like how often something gets transacted. If they're still if there's still NFTs to be minted, you know, well, 500 is very, very. What was the top number for them? Did they do a 10,000 generative art project?
Yeah, they
The
did.
stackers?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a dead project. That's a dead project to me. If they haven't even sold 1,000 of the 10,000, these guys at least have sold, you know, almost 7,000. They're almost done with their minting. Now the question is, what are they going to do behind the marketing to sell these other pieces?
Yeah.
Again, I'm going to save my money. I'm not going to buy this one. I may be regretting it at some point, but I would rather hold that money and save that for the Boonji project than to start spending it on some project that I don't know. I'd rather come back to this in a month.
No, of course, I agree.
Yeah.
It's always hard to pick one.
Yeah, except for those that you really love the art.
Well, also that, but also like if you have a solid background, like Mushroom, you have the background as a guy that does the YouTube videos. And Boonji's the background is like the artist. Like
Yeah.
it's a specific type of art,
Right.
putting it into the blockchain. So those have solid backgrounds compared to like those that are dropping every day and just have like anonymous founders or people that just joined like a few years ago and they just want to make not a quick, but a good amount of money for in a short amount of time, basically.
No, but it's still a quick buck. I mean, when you look at the stackers, I mean, they only created their Twitter accounts and they want to stay anonymous. They only created their Twitter accounts in 2021. It's a huge red flag, right? So they're just looking for a cash grab. And look, I mean, a lot of these NFT projects are just looking for a cash grab. They're just trying. It's a lot of money. It's a lot of money on the table. If they had been successful, they would have gotten $1.5 million and just run with it. I mean, that's incredible. Even if it's 4 guys, they split 4 ways.
I think if you're smart, and you do your work and you prepare right, I think there's a big upside. Actually, like creating an NFT, a collectible NFT that's gonna benefit the community you want to create, and attending event, creating, I don't know, clothing brand, creating, there's a lot of things you can do with it. And if you're smart enough, if you lay out your plan the right way, it can be really, really successful instead of just thinking short term and making quick buck.
Right. No, and that's that, you know, it's almost like a buyer beware. You have to do your own research to understand the group and understand what they're really trying to accomplish. Like, you know, we're working on building a convention, right? So originally, you know, we were going to do it in October, but now we're looking at, I think we talked about this, January.
February, yeah.
Right, end of January, beginning of February, we're going to meet with everybody to kind of find out when that is. And, you know, we're going to bring in all these vendors from all of these NFT projects. And I think it's going to just be super exciting. It's going to be like a Comic-Con for NFTs. It's going to be so awesome. So I hope you're able to be there. I know that that's before the season starts, so it'll be really great.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah,
we'll see that.
We will see. Okay, this has been a great show.